Hello students, so today we're going to look at mass, weight in the imperial system. We're going to look at larger measurements. So the smaller measurements we looked at yesterday was ounces and pounds. Today we're going to look at tons, or TN. So that's the abbreviation for the imperial system, and that equals 2,000 pounds. Now that's different than the metric system, which is tonnes. So tonnes is spelled different, and I say it different, although really it's just called tons. But I say tonnes, why? So that you know this is the one I'm talking about, although we really just say tons. So in the metric system, 1 ton is 1,000 kilograms, and that's because the metric system rules. In the imperial system, it's 1 ton is 2,000 pounds. So it's quite a bit. Now, the reason why we need to know the imperial system is we use this a lot in trucking and hauling. And that's why we're looking at it. So ounces and pounds, that'll be for small weights, and we're looking at tons for large weights. So an example of a question is, the truck weighs 8.7 tons, the cab part, and the trailer weighs 6.4 tons. So when it's loaded, the gross weight of the truck and its cargo is 21.3 tons. The question is, what is the weight of the load in tons and in pounds? The reason why we need to know that is because the brakes might fail, so we have to make sure we're doing this correctly. We want to be safe on the roads. So what we're going to do is we're going to add 8.7 and 6.4 together, then take it away from 21.3. And that's what we did here. So we want to find the weight of the truck, so everything, the weight of the vehicle, the transportation system. So we add our two weights together and we get 15.2 tons. So the 15.2 tons, that's kind of the total weight of the truck. So the way the load is the total weight of everything together, truck and load, and we take away the weight of the truck. What's left over is the weight of the load. Okay, so the weight of the load is just 6.2 tons. And you have your scale, and this is the known. So when they sell the truck, they actually have to post on the side these measurements. And so then you can figure out and calculate the weight of the load. Make sure you're not overloaded. So what you can do then is you can take 6.2 tons and you can convert that into pounds using a proportion. So 2,000 over 1, that's from the, this is from your unit conversion, equals x, which we're trying to find, over 6.2. Cross multiply, divide. Now, how could you also do that? Well, you could also very simply go and just say, convert, using Google, convert 6.2 TN, got to have the right abbreviation, to, oh, 1 second. Okay, so you can type into Google, convert 6.2 tons to what? Well, you want to go to pounds, LB, okay? So you can type that in. I mean, if you even use the word pounds, that's fine. It will come up and you can do that. All right, so then you'll know that the load is 6.2 tons or 12,400 pounds. So you need to know both because you don't want the truck to be overloaded. Sometimes it might come down to a couple hundred pounds. That's why you got to be able to convert, okay? Good, so the assignment here, here's your conversions. Use Google. So type it into Google to do your conversions or show your work if you want, your choice. I think most of you are going to choose Google. The idea is to accurately be able to convert, okay? This one here is really tricky here for number 2. Okay, so for number 2, what you're going to do is you are going to convert 1.5 tons. So the max load's 1.5 tons. So convert that into pounds. Then what you're going to do is compare that to what the load is. Now the load's the tricky part. Okay, so you have 2 construction workers of 195 pounds. One's 195, one is 210. So you got to add those together plus the load of the boxes. Now there's 65 boxes, each is 42 pounds. So to figure out how much that all weighs, you multiply 65 times 42. So this would be how much the boxes weigh. This is one man, that's the other man. Now you know the total weight. So what you can compare then is how much the elevator can hold, compare that to what your load is in pounds. And your load is the workers in the boxes. So then you can see if you can carry everything safely, okay? The question is safely, which means this must be less than the safety limit, okay? If the load, which you calculated with everything together here, is more than the safety limit, now you're in trouble. The elevator might fail. Next one with the truck, okay? So the small truck, it's 1,300 pounds. It's loaded with cement pieces that are 150 pounds each. Okay, the maximum weight of the truck and its load is 2.75 tons. So how many pieces can be loaded up? So convert 2.7 tons into pounds. Okay, then take away the weight of the truck. That will be the maximum load weight. So you take the maximum load weight and divide it by 150 to see how many pieces it can hold. So you're taking the load, dividing by, seeing how many groups of 150, so dividing by 150 to see how many groups of 150 it can hold. Now remember, you got to hear, something you've got to be careful of, you must round down. In order to be safe, okay, to be safe, you have to round your number down. Otherwise, if you round your number up, you will be over the maximum load of 2.75 tons. Okay. These questions here don't do. We're just going to focus on these hard ones, and there is no quiz, so don't ask for the quiz. Okay. All right. Posted, done. Do this one as well, so you're ready to go for next week. The project's posted. You can go and do the project now.